Hey everyone, welcome back to Garden Reviews. We are once again out in the tool shed. Today we're taking a look at this awesome Hilti. This is the SFE 2-A12. This is Hilti's 12-volt installation drill driver. So installation drill driver means it has, or has typically meant, it's got removable chucks here. This is like the 1/4 inch quick release. They also come with a right angle, usually an eccentric, and then like a typical drill or Jacobs chuck. So installation drill drivers are super handy. They're typically really compact tools designed for doing obviously installation work, cabinetry, different things like that where you need something very precise and you don't need like tremendous power because you're probably driving smaller screws or more reasonable sized screws in a very precise way. So and they're kind of designed obviously to fit into spaces where other tools just don't fit as well. Kind of gets into those little nooks and crannies where you know you might need a right angle or an offset, and this will do the job extremely well. So very excited. I love this little tool. It's just it's a great little piece, fits my hand very well. This is a slide pack style. Some of the other competitors offer slide packs. Some of them do like a typical stick pack that actually runs up into the handle here. I prefer the slide packs for a couple reasons. One, it's very stable. If you set the drill down, doesn't tip, right? Well, there you go. It can really tip if you push it hard, but it's less likely to tip over. You can set it down and it's good to go. And also, typically with the slide packs, it makes the handle a little bit narrower and smaller, and that fits my hand a little bit better. I prefer that. They don't have to make the handle extremely large to fit the stick pack in there. So a couple of nice features there. This is a 4 amp hour battery that it comes with, and I believe in their kit, or there's probably a couple ways you can buy this tool, but I believe if you get the kit, it comes with 2 of the 4 amp hour batteries. It comes with all the different attachments, so 1/4 inch, it comes with a right angle, offset, all the good stuff. If you want to see more details like that, just check out my previous video on this thing and I kind of show you guys what this comes with. But today we're going to be doing a little bit of testing, and that is going to look, well, if you've seen my previous videos on some of the other brands, we were doing a test where I would run 2.5 inch screws into this 4x6, and I would do it until like failure. So either the battery was fully depleted and it wouldn't drive a screw flush anymore, or the tool was overheating and it was done. That was fun and all, but looking back at it, it's probably not that helpful for you guys. If you need just pure raw power and that's your only concern, you can check out this video, you can check out the previous ones, and you will get kind of a good sense of what tools just have a lot of torque and a lot of power to them. But in the end, I feel like for a tool like this, battery platform is going to be a big deal. If you've already, got Milwaukee like M12 batteries, you're probably going to pick up the Milwaukee. It's a good tool. It's got a lot of power and it fits within your tool platform, your battery platform. But if you're into the Hilti stuff, this is probably your tool. So I feel like most of these tools outperform where for the applications they're going to do. Driving 2.5 inch screws, for an extended period of time rapidly probably isn't an ideal test, and that's not really what this tool is designed to do. Now, that test proved you could do it, and some of the other ones I'm going to do, I've got a 5 inch structural screw here from Fastmaster. This is the, what is this one, ledger lock, so it would replace a 1/2 inch leg. It's a beefy screw. You would never typically grab a drill like this to drive something like that in. That's just to kind of demonstrate overall power, what it's capable of, and a lot of them were capable of doing it, especially in Speed 1. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't think I'm going to drive hundreds of screws into this board to demonstrate exactly how long this is going to be efficient, how it's going to manage heat, all those types of things, how good the battery is. It's probably kind of pointless, and it's probably not that helpful for you guys. If you like Hilti and you find their tools are comfortable, this is probably your tool. It's a great tool. Fits my hand really well. If you're a DeWalt fan, there's a DeWalt one now. Milwaukee, so forth, Bosch, they're all solid tools, and they would do a phenomenal job in the appropriate application that they're built for. So we will drive some though, because it's kind of fun, right? And it's important to have a little fun. So throw a pile out here. These are 2.5 inch GRK screws. This is like a multi-purpose screw. You could be used in a lot of different applications, but we're in speed 2. Again, this is fully charged, and hoping you can see that. Fully charged, speed 2 in the drill setting. Let's see how this looks. No hesitation. Countersunk. I'm gonna have to be a little faster on the trigger. In my original videos, I was trying to get the screw head flush or barely countersunk. I was trying not to overdrive it, just to give everyone a fair test. But again, we're not going to really go the distance on these tools, just because it's probably not that helpful for you. So you can see the speed though on that. It is very, very fast. And it has no hesitation driving 2.5 inch screws into this 4x6 pressure treated board. Yeah, that just countersunk very rapidly. So okay, well, that was kind of fun. I kind of went probably a little bit more than I was originally thinking. I drove, let's see, 56 screws here really rapidly, non-stop. Tool isn't even warm. You can't fill anything. I mean, this thing would probably go the distance. Still showing as a full charged battery. My suspicion is this tool would probably perform very similar to like the Metabo, and that thing just drove screws like crazy. If you want to check out that video, go check that one out. I'll put some links in the description down below. But this feels very similar to the performance you were getting out of the Metabo. One thing I will say, if you guys are just looking for just an awesome performance test, please check out my videos. I appreciate it. But also, Toolbox Buzz, I believe, did a full testing on all of these installation drill drivers except for the DeWalt, because I don't believe it was out yet. So they had the Hilti, they had the Festool, the Bosch, the Metabo, the Milwaukee, and they ran them through the paces, and they kind of came up with some scoring. And my videos and my testing kind of mirrored theirs, in the sense that the Metabo and the Hilti feel like they're going to be just really high-end top performers. A lot of torque, very efficient. They'll drive a lot of screws and do it very well. So depending on which one fits your hand well, which battery platform you're on, and how much money you're willing to spend, that will probably kind of determine where you go with that. Hilti's pretty reasonable, I feel like, in terms of cost. I haven't looked at the kits recently to determine the price, but they're pretty reasonable. I think probably the best bang for your buck is probably still the Bosch. They're very, very reasonably priced, and they perform really well at that price point. You're not getting quite this level of power or Milwaukee or something like that, but it's a very affordable piece of kit, and it will do the intended job very well. So we did that. Let's try, I'm just going to throw these back in. Let's try running just for fun. Just for fun, let's try running. There we go. couple of structural screws. Again, these are Fasten Master ledger locks, and they're 5 inches long. Put this back on actually, and I've got my 1/4 inch socket there. One thing to notice on this one, this is not a push connect, I guess is what you would call it. Like, you have to pull up on the collet to get that to click in, and then you have to pull up obviously to release it. So just something to be mindful of there if that's a big deal to you. So let's roll this on its side, and we'll go right here. Avoid the screws. This is speed 2, and we'll just see how far this will drive this 5-inch structural screw in speed 2. Okay, so nearly buried all the threads. Let's give it one more twist here. Okay, almost fully buried. I can barely see one thread. That's gonna be all she wrote though. So pretty good. Again, this is way out of its intended purpose, but it's kind of fun to just do this and show off. I've got a knot right here, so we're gonna move over here. This is speed 1 now. Let's see if this will sync this in speed 1. I have a feeling it's gonna do it. It did it. Even started to bury. It's a very nice flush. Almost started countersinking it. So it's got the power. It can do that, no problem. So we're going to run now a spade bit. This is a 1/2 inch Bosch Daredevil. We'll run that in there. Let's go back to speed 2, and we'll just transition a little bit more over to avoid another knot. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. So speed 2, this thing isn't even showing any, there's nothing. It is not warm, nothing. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna say about halfway through the actual spade portion of the bit. Let's give it one more shot. Let's back it up, clean out the hole, and then we'll give it one more shot. Okay, so it's let's say 3/4 of the spade portion. It's actually buried. Speed 1. Let's transition now to speed, or I'm sorry, that was speed 2. Now we're transitioning to speed 1. So go right here. We've got a knot there. It may drive this in really well. So we're gonna go right here. Check that out. Buried it right up to the actual 1/4 inch quick release chuck there. Very impressive. That is, I think, if I remember correctly, we're gonna measure it against the 5-inch structural screw here. If I remember correctly, these are about 5 inches long. That's about what that buried that. So no clean out, no nothing, straight in. Very impressive. Let's see if we can get it out now. Whew. Look at that. Now I can feel a little bit of warmth. It's not hot. Barely warm, and it is showing 1 bar down. So that was probably a little bit more strenuous on that, but just for size comparison there's your Bosch bit. There's a 5-inch. Yeah, it buried it all of 5 inches, probably closer to 5 1/4, maybe 5 1/2, somewhere in there. So very, very impressive tool. That's warm. Nice. very, very impressive. So there's kind of just a quick little run through of the Hilti. Again, this is the SFE 2-A12. If you guys are fans of the Hilti tools and you're looking for a 12-volt installation drill driver, this thing, it's got some power. It's got some power. It comes with 4-amp-hour batteries. They're going to last you probably all day, especially if you're doing the appropriate applications and you're not trying to bury structural screws. Let me know what you guys think, though. I'm very impressed. I would say this is a top tier tool, just like the Metabo, and I would say that it would probably challenge it in terms of just pure power, runtime, all those good things. So let me know what you guys think, though. We will be doing the DeWalt as well, so that's very cool. And I'll probably take the same kind of format that I just did here with the DeWalt. I don't think I'm going to go through an exhaustive test on it, again, just because it's probably not that helpful for you guys. So here it is, Hilti. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section, and I'll catch you in the next one.